math lesson on symmetry. You will get a review of what symmetry is, and plus we're going to look at symmetry within objects in the real world instead of just your regular flat or plane shapes. So that way it's a little bit more than what you would have gotten last year and this year, just to give you a little bit extra. And you can also get onto IXL and do practices at different levels. And I hope you enjoy. Bye. Hello, everyone.
Symmetry. What is symmetry? Symmetry basically means the same. If something has symmetry, it is the same on both sides. For example, a butterfly has symmetry. If you draw a line down the center of a butterfly, both sides are the same. Here are some more examples. Many kinds of food have symmetry. Many living things have symmetry. And even people have symmetry. Well, most of the time. Sometimes even very complicated things have symmetry. Like this building, it's called Aston Hall. Can you see the symmetry? Take a deeper look. The two sides are the same. The two sides are symmetrical. Symmetrical means the same. When the line of symmetry goes up and down, it is called vertical symmetry. Vertical, up and down. Check out those lines, they are vertical. Another kind of symmetry is horizontal symmetry. Horizontal means across or side to side. For example, many common objects have horizontal symmetry. This bow and arrow has horizontal symmetry. This ladybug has horizontal symmetry. Horizontal means side to side. Some objects have both vertical and horizontal symmetry. See if you can picture the vertical and horizontal symmetry in these objects. We will start with the vertical. Did you see those? Now we will add the horizontal. Can you see the symmetry in this pattern? The challenge is, can you see two lines of symmetry in this pattern? Ready? Because this object has two lines of symmetry, both vertical and horizontal. Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these patterns is symmetrical? Take a good look, and if you need more time, push pause. You're looking for the one with symmetry. You ready? The first and third ones are a big nope. But the middle one has one line of symmetry. Do you see how the line of symmetry could not be horizontal on that one? Okay, now we're going to do an opposite question. Which of these patterns is not symmetrical? So you're looking for the opposite, the one that is not symmetrical. You ready? The first one has vertical symmetry, but the second one has no symmetry, either vertical the way it's shown here, or if you would turn the line horizontally, there's still no symmetry, so that pattern is not symmetrical. Does this object have vertical symmetry or horizontal symmetry? Take time to look close. You ready? Both. Did you get it? It has both horizontal and vertical lines of symmetry. Now, can you find symmetry in the world around you? Like in my intro video, I had on my symmetrical spectacles, and you could put on your own pair of symmetrical spectacles and go around looking for any objects that you can find that have symmetry. Now for a bonus video.
Symmetry. What is symmetry? What is a symmetrical object? If an object can be folded or divided into half so that the two halves match exactly, then such an object is called a symmetrical object or figure. Symmetry is a maths concept that comes from nature. There are many symmetrical shapes all around us. Can you think of a few? Nature has a lot of examples. A butterfly, most insects, most leaves on a tree, flower petals. If you can reflect or flip half a shape over an imaginary line and the figure appears unchanged, then the figure has reflection symmetry or line symmetry. That line is called the line of symmetry. A line of symmetry divides a figure into two mirror image halves. Let's take a look at other symmetrical figures. Most road signs, for example, are symmetrical. A dotted line could be drawn to divide the image into two identical halves. In these examples, the dotted line is the line of symmetry. But not all road signs are symmetrical. They cannot all be divided down the middle, producing two mirror halves. Some shapes have no lines of symmetry. These figures are called asymmetrical. What about geometric shapes? Is a rectangle symmetrical? Could a line of symmetry be drawn splitting the shape into two mirror images? Sure! Like this. Or like this. A rectangle does have line of symmetry. What about a square? Yes, a square also has symmetrical down its diagonal line. What about triangles? Only isosceles triangles and equilateral triangles are symmetrical. But scalene triangles have no lines of symmetry. There is no line of symmetry wherever you try to put it. But how many lines of symmetry are in a circle? Circles have an infinite number of lines of symmetry. Any line that bisects, or in other words, divides a circle into two equal halves, is a line of symmetry. Now you know what the rules of symmetry are. Keep an eye out for symmetry around you. Let's look at the English alphabet. How many letters are symmetrical? Well, is the letter A symmetrical? Yes. What about B? Vertically, no. But it is symmetrical horizontally. So is C and D. And all these letters too. As with road signs, not all letters have lines of symmetry. Take, for example, F, or G, or J, or all these letters. They don't have either horizontal or vertical lines of symmetry. Now that we understand the way symmetry works, let's look at one more shape and try to figure out whether it is symmetrical or not, and how many lines of symmetry it has. As we have seen, some shapes and figures have several symmetry lines, and the circle has an infinite number of symmetry lines. Take a look at the star. How many lines of symmetry does it have? It helps to flip the shape around and draw lines of symmetry wherever we find one. It has 4 lines of symmetry. Let's recap. We've explored symmetry with many different shapes and figures. In these examples, a dotted line represents the line of symmetry. A shape is symmetrical
when it can be split down the middle, resulting in two equal and opposite parts. Like a mirror reflection. A shape is asymmetrical when the two sides are unequal. Some figures only have one line of symmetry, others have more than one, 2, or 4. And the circle is a special geometric shape having infinite lines of symmetry.
Symmetry. What is
That's the end. I hope you enjoyed this, and now you can get to work on your daily practices.